Hi, children. Welcome all of you to my next video of The Selfish Giant Part 2. Children, we are discussing the second unit. As you are all aware, we are discussing the second unit, and it is a beautiful unit, humanity, and slowly we introduced the characters in The Selfish Giant, which was written by the great playwright Oscar Wilde. And you came to know two characters, the old giant and the giant. So one is selfish, the other one is kind. The old giant appears to be selfish, the giant is kind character. So don't think they are two, as I told you earlier. They both are one and the same. So in the very first part, what happened? The beautiful garden, what the giant thought that it was his, he didn't allow anybody to play in the garden. Then what happened, Autumn entered, and north wind entered, snow and frost entered. See, all these things show that chillness. Children, winter is enjoyable if we can bear it. If we can't bear it, that winter is also terrible. Best example, most of you have, I think, ACs at home. Now you put your AC in 24 or 26, it's pleasant. But if you put it in 18, 18, 20, 22, which is not at all advisable, health wise it is not good and we can't bear also. Same way, because of this season, autumn, all the leaves started falling down. And children also, I introduced you the children, various characters you see, tall girl, short boy, square girl, graceful girl, round boy. All these, they were afraid. And moreover, this fellow is not allowing them. They are speaking to themselves, no, we can play on the road, but the road is very dusty, full of hard stones. I don't like it. Let's walk around the world. When our lessons are over, at least we can talk about the beautiful garden inside. Oh no, why? Because there is a selfish giant. So, like this, what happened? No, all these words were heard by the giant in part 1. Then he shouted, "Ah, my own garden is my own garden. Anyone can understand that, and I will allow nobody to play in it but myself. Go away!" He shouted. That's it. He screamed like anything. Children scattered. Then what happened? See here, Oscar Wilde, the playwright, how beautifully he described the nature also. When selfish giant, once again the giant became selfish, nature also turned against him. No birds came into the garden to sing and enjoy. See, sir, no animal, not even hares, rabbits, whatever. Of course, the autumn north wind entered. All these things show negative sign, the negativity in the character of the giant. But when we go to part 2, children, what happened? No, he was happily snoring and sleeping in the castle. I told you, no. He constructed a big castle also in the garden. Children, it is a story. Don't think of it is all, no. It is a children's story. So don't once again see the logic. You enjoy. Okay. So what happened? He was happily snoring. Suddenly he heard one bird's singing, linnet bird, something. Something like this. So he suddenly woke up. Oh my God, what happened? Then when he saw, slowly the trees started blooming. Yeah, birds started entering his garden. Then he understood, yes, trees started blooming means new leaves are coming, new flowers. Autumn gone. Autumn has gone. Then autumn is gone. Who's next? Spring. Last video I told you, Ugadi. We celebrate Ugadi, that is the advent of Spring season, Advent, Advent. Advent means the beginning, the Vasanta Rutu, what we say. That's it, one by one. And there is a beautiful smell in the garden also. New leaves are coming now, we'll get one kind of smell. And new flowers, small little flowers. That's it. Then he saw one small little child playing on one tree. That means slowly children also, there was a small opening in the wall. One by one they came and he saw many children came, he thought. No. And he thought that in his dream like many children are playing, but there is one little child playing. And the trees were so glad. He thought that all the children came. Winter went away. Then what happened? Suddenly the poor tree was still covered with frost and snow. North wind was blowing and roaring. Climb up, little boy, said the tree, and it bent its branches down as low as it could. But the little boy was too tiny. It was then that my heart melted. This boy was sitting on one branch of a tree. Tree started speaking. Climb up, little boy. See, sir. Most of you may ask, sir, how trees speak, sir? This is only called, last time I told you, personification. Where the things or the animals which can't speak, poets, playwrights, they make them speak. That particular figure of speech, it is called personification. Means they personify. Isn't it? But do you think that boy got up when the tree said like that? No. Now, Jane's heart started melting. What happened? That boy was happily sitting on the branch. Why that stupid tree is shouting like that, he thought. Then he understood how selfish I have been. I'll do one thing. I'll put that poor little boy on the top of the tree. Then I'll knock down the wall. And my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever. That's it. So suddenly, what happened in that particular season to the mind of this giant, it turned. Then what happened? No? He wanted to break the wall of the garden. And he wanted to allow everybody inside. And he was repenting for what he did. Repenting means feeling sorrow. Array, all these days I didn't allow my children. Happily when they used to come and play, they're shouting and all. How happy it would have been. But why I did like this, he thought. Isn't it? When he allowed, what happened, children, they felt very happy they came. And once they came, they started climbing the trees and the branches. Sometimes the branches were broken. Oh my God, they are running this way, that way, scampering, what we say, everywhere running, enjoying with the noise. And the tree broke at once into blossom. The birds come and sang on it, and the little boy stretched out his two arms and flung them round my neck and kissed me. When the other children saw that, they came running back, and with them came the spring. So, little giant, there is a change in this giant. Immediately he stretched his hand. That small little boy who was on the top of the tree, he slowly came very near to the giant. He stretched his hand and put his arms around the neck of the giant and kissed him. When he kissed him, he got such a wonderful feeling. Aha, how divine it is. Such a cute little boy. Why I became this much selfish all these days? And once this boy kissed the giant, he slowly put the boy on the top of the tree, and once he saw other side, one by one everybody is entering. Tall girl, short boy, square girl, graceful girl, round boy. Who not? Everybody. And the giant said, children, don't worry. You need not get worried looking at me. Please, you enjoy. Come. Every day you come. Will you come? Yes. What he did, he took a great axe and knocked down the wall. He broke the wall. And when people were going to market at 12 o'clock, they found the giant. Yes, playing with the children in the most beautiful garden they had ever seen. All day long they played, and in the evening the children came to bid the giant goodbye. Even other people, elderly people also, they felt very happy. How this fellow constructed such a big wall, no? Today with his own axe, he demolished the wall. Means he broke the wall into pieces. So the children entered and happily they started playing. And all the children, one by one, they thanked. Thank you, Jane. How happy we are all here. Thank you, Mr. Jane. Tall girl said. Round boy, yeah, thank you. You are very nice, Jane. Thank you very much. Round boy said. Okay, everybody said like that. But Jane was looking at the small little boy. Are, wait, ra. Yesterday, I think one small little boy I found. Where is that boy, ra? Where is it? Where among you? Okay. But short boy said, oh, I am sorry. I don't think he lives around here. Hey, don't tell lies, ra. With you only came now one small little boy. I saw him also. Come on, where you please search. Where he search? Nowhere. I have many beautiful flowers, but the children are the most beautiful flowers of all. He thought inside. I have grown old and people waiting. I cannot play about with the children anymore. So I sit here in my armchair and watch the children at their games and admire my garden. Are, I became old, ra. Please tell me, ra. Among you, one little boy was there, ra. Just few days before, ra. Yesterday, I think, ra. He kissed me, ra. And I put him on the top of the tree. Where is he? He was, but no way. No one could say. Now, what happened, the garden is full of greenery. Everything is good. Spring has come back. Everything is good. But the only one thing, he couldn't find that small boy. His face was looking for the small boy. Then what happened, He went and went into the garden. There he saw the small child standing. These other children didn't come. Children, try to understand. When he drew close to the child and examined him, his face grew red with anger. What happened, The child got many wounds on his body. Who did like that? Tell me. I will kill them. I'll slay them. I'll slay. Slay. S-L-A-Y. Slay, slew. Slay, slew, slewn. It is a verb. Slay means to cut into pieces with a big sword. Killing. Who did like this to you? Tell me. Who wounded you? Please tell. Come on. Then the child said, don't worry, Jane. These are the wounds of love. They are necessary for me. Then the old child fell to his knees. Little child, tell me, why are you so kind to me? Who art thou? Who art thou? Means, who are you? Then the child, smiling at him, said, you let me play once in your garden. Today, you shall come with me to live in my garden, which is in paradise. The child, when he said like that, the giant didn't understand. Did I allow you to play in my garden? And now you are taking me to your garden. And that garden is paradise. Paradise means heaven. That's it. He didn't understand. The child climbed into the old giant's arms. The winter melts away before them as they walk into an ever-expanding garden, children. The small little boy took giant like that. They are walking into the garden. The garden is not completed. From the earth, see, towards the sky they are walking. That's it. And such a beautiful garden. It is never ending. The giant didn't understand. When he was walking in the air into the sky, there the story was ended. Oscar Wilde ended the play. I think most of you might have confused who might be this little child. Very simple, Nana. And he said that the giant allowed him to play. In every child, this little child is there. I think now you might have got it. Who might be the little child? Yes, it is the Almighty. Maybe Jesus Christ. Maybe Lord Krishna. According to your religion, you take the Almighty, who was there in every child. The giant left the selfishness and allowed everybody into the garden. And the little child came like the God came like a little child and blessed him and took him to his beautiful garden, which is called paradise, the heaven. With this, we come to the end of this beautiful role play, that is selfish giant. Children, hope you might have understood. See, really, it is a very touching story, no? How beautiful this ending is. Don't worry, Nana. Once you come back, one character is given to you so that you would enjoy. Intonation. Last video I told you how to pronounce the words according to that character, isn't it? Once again, you can read the textbook, you can enjoy. Beautiful words are there, vocabulary is there, isn't it? So, the central idea of this complete part 1 and part 2 of Selfish Giant is we should be unselfish. Humanity, no, the name of the unit is humanity. Being human itself is humanity. So the giant in part 1 was very selfish. He didn't allow, he constructed such a big wall. But the same giant, he broke the wall in part 2. Why? He saw the little child happily sitting on the top. Now I think you understood. The little child himself is none other than the Almighty God. Okay, Nana? So this is all about Selfish Giant part 1 and 2. Small assignment is given to you. Okay, definitely will do that, I know. Catch me in my next coming videos. Bye.